This save, just like life in general, has had many peaks and valleys. Our form is up, our form is down. We are positive about what's going to happen for the remainder of the season. We're negative about what's going to happen for the remainder of the season. We just need to get the job done, is the most important thing. We've turned corners and then backtracked. We've won some games and then we've drawn and lost some games. Now we're on the back of a win against Southampton and a win against Burnley in the FA Cup. We need to build on that. West Ham, Brighton, Cardiff and then Bradford City in the FA Cup for us today. And I just need to get, between now and the end of the season, I know I say this a lot, but I just need to get as many points as I physically can. We are 4 points behind Spurs, but have a game in hand. So could go to within 1 point of Spurs. Now, crucially to remember, or it's crucial to remember, that European spots are available for cup finishes. Liverpool and Tottenham are in the final of the Carabao Cup, meaning that if they both finish in the top 6, I think the team that finishes in 7th will get a European spot. I'm hoping to finish in the top 6 anyway, so I'm not taking that into too much consideration at this stage. But also, of course, we're going well in the FA Cup, although there's still a long way to go. This is the 5th round, and hopefully, against Bradford, we'll be able to get ourselves through to the 6th round and the quarter-finals. But time will tell. West Ham at home to start us off. Ben White is very nearly fit again. He's so close. I could probably start him, to be honest. I'll put him on the bench for now. I'm hoping, and I do genuinely think it's been a big contributing factor to our stumbling this season, that when Ben White got injured for 2 to 3 months, our form fell off the edge of a cliff. I'm hoping to turn that back round again when Ben White is back to full fitness and in the starting lineup every week. We shall wait and see. West Ham at home first, 1 game at a time, 3 points at a time, 1 league position at a time. Next season, hopefully, we should have European football. West Ham first. West Ham have brought north Unai Simon in goal. Valin, Marquisa, Balbuena and Mitchell Maka, or Baka even. Wilshere and Declan Rice holding. Carbonero, Lanzini, Diangana. And still, they push on with Yaya Sanogo at striker. They've got the pace of Michael Obafemi on the bench. That could be quite tricky to deal with. They've still got Pablo Fornals there in the squad as well. We know what we have to do. I'm not going to harp on about it still. Let's just get it done. Phillips into Tyler Roberts. We'll push Renato forward. He'll look for a towel out wide. Dart back inside. There's not much room to deal with here, but Calvin Phillips is arriving. And there's Marlon. Through that gap is Alain Saint-Maximin. It's a good save. All I could really do in that situation was force a shot on goal. Daniel Marlon is on 14 Premier League goals this season. And as I saw from a pre-game graphic, only 3 goals away from the top spot in the Golden Boot race. So I think it's safe to say we have genuinely, definitely found the marquee goal-scoring striker that we were searching for throughout the course of the previous 2 seasons here at Premier League level. We saw we still get the goals from everyone else. It's felt like this season, rather than everybody chipping in with 6 or 7 and us still scoring quite a few goals whilst lacking that clinical goal scorer up top. But like this year, we found our clinical goal scorer, but then everyone else's goals have dried up. So we're still underperforming and underscoring. So we need Daniel Marlon to keep firing on all cylinders, but I need everybody else to continue to chip in and score some goals as well. And hopefully we can continue to do that. Tyler Roberts has always finished the season strong, as we've said many a time. And I'm going to need him to do that for me again here this season. I'll look for him there. And he's in a good spot. Good block by the defender. I'm going to force my way around the outside. Try and turn back. We'll take the corner. Baka defending well. Putting the pressure on West Ham the opening 20 minutes or so here. That's a good ball in. Oh, Atal misses the header. And Simone will come and catch it. All right, Yaya. There's no need for that, is there? Now we're in trouble. Hopefully he ran offside there. The man on the far side. Diangana forced backwards. But Baka has the ball down the line to Carbonero, who's very quick. Tamori will head that away, though, and Marlon will bring it down. That was a bit of a fancy flick from him as well, slightly unnecessary. Renato through there to Alain Saint-Maximin, who appears to be all over the pitch right now. Malacia will drive into the space left by him. And Saint-Maximin will look to Daniel Marlin. Can he go again? Alain, he hasn't. Renato will arrive through this gap. There wasn't really the need. Goal! Wasn't really the need for the flare pass. Don't know why they keep doing that for me. There's nothing wrong with L2 either. I don't know why they keep doing it. But what a finish from Renato Sanchez. Thumping it home at the near post. We do finally have the goal to make our pressure pay. There's no need for that pass from Daniel Marlin. Just pass it normally. Thankfully, it didn't cost me the opportunity on this occasion. We thumped it home. We have a 1-0 lead. Let's keep going. Malacia's defended that superbly. Still firmly in the camp that Hakimi will replace at right back rather than replace at left back. Malacia's been absolutely superb at left back, and even though his rating is lower, I still feel like, oh, lovely. Oh, the turn was great, and then the touch pushed it away from him. Tyler, you did so much right there. Still firmly in the camp that Malacia will stay as my first team left back. Marlon looking for a 15th goal of the season, finds only the crossbar. Oh, if Tyler Roberts had just had better close control there, surely we would have made it 2-0. If Marlon had shot that, if it had been a little bit lower, the keeper probably had it covered, to be fair. Going to be 1-0 at half-time. Out to Atal. Turns nicely. It's Tyler Roberts. Might not be 1-0 at half-time. I'm going to cross this in, and Renato with a header! Oh! I asked for a flare shot, actually. I wanted him to try and overhead that or bicycle kick it a little bit more acrobatically. Had it been Marlon that was on the end of that, he might well have tried it, but unfortunately Renato went for the header. Very nearly guided that on target. We're dominating this game so far, as you can see from the stats there. We just need to get that second goal. Pushing down the line. The thing that worries me the entire time that I only have a single goal lead is that it is so fragile, and it has tended to be with us, with this Leeds team. That's a good delivery. That's going to fall free, but oh, and Atal's clearance isn't the best, but eventually does get it clear. Roberts' touch this time is much better, and the turn is much better too. Marlon takes that in his stride well. Now Tyler Roberts has kept the run going. I've got Balbuena with me here. Oh, but he's been left behind by Daniel Marlon. He's running low on stamina here, Daniel, but he could be in to score a second. I was asking for that at half-time. Daniel Marlon, our top goal scorer, has his 15th goal of the Premier League season, and he's delivered. We are delivering as a team, and we need to keep that going. He's back. Ben White back on the field in a Leeds United kit. I cannot tell you how relieved I am to see that happen. Our highest rated player, our captain for so long, our talismanic defender, just as Calvin Phillips has been our talismanic midfielder and Tyler Roberts has been our talismanic forward. We have all three in the starting lineup once again. Oh, delighted to have him back. It's the core of the team right through the middle. Phillips, Ben White and Tyler Roberts, and hopefully having him back will give us a real push to get back up towards the top 5. I think the top 4 is well out of our reach now, with Manchester United not really showing any sign of letting that 15-point gap shorten. But hopefully Ben White will help us shore up defensively. And the fact that we now have a week's break between all of our games is going to be massive. January and December were far too busy for us as a squad to be able to deal with, and it has definitely drastically affected our season. Now that everybody's back, now that we have the ability to rest fully between games, I expect us to kick on again. Swilship, Lanzini, Valen, Carbonero. Oh, it's nicely done, the little 1-2. Ben White in the way. Oh, I like that. And Marlon's in behind. Take it on in front of him. Is Tyler Roberts going to get forward for me? I think he might. We'll lay it across for him. Tyler! Oh, good save, Simon. I didn't want to take a touch just in case it allowed the defender to get back to me. I wasn't too far away from Balbuena there. Tried to get it back across goal where I didn't think the keeper would be able to get to it, but unfortunately he was. Declan Rice has come and won that well. And Carbonero will look to clear, but he's gone backwards. 15 minutes to go here. Our lead is intact and looking safe. Emerson into Renato. Calvin. There's Marlon. Phillips is arriving. Cut it back to Tyler. Through to Renato, who saw off one defender but couldn't get past the next. Would have been a hell of a way to get a third goal there. Brilliantly worked. Unfortunately not able to get the opportunity to finish it off. Here come West Ham again. Carbonero to Declan Rice. I imagine he'll go back to him through that gap, and he has done, trusting the pace of Carbonero, who is very fast. Malasia's no slouch, and I'm struggling to deal with him, but we've gotten a block on that cross. Back here to Valin. He does have an option inside. He's dug out a brilliant ball. We saw Burnley score with a similar cross in the FA Cup replay yesterday. It was well worked inside to Jack Wilshere, and he's going to find Declan Rice. But in the end, it's Declan Rice, so the shot on goal wasn't that good. Sorry, Dec. Renato Sanches drill out wide there to Watal. We could look to get in behind Backer here and trying desperately to do so. Foul's given, and time is gone. Might as well just blow a full-time whistle now, the referee. In there to Phillips. I'll try and find someone to score a late third, but I'm not sure it's going to happen. That'll do! 3 points and a clean sheet. Thank you very much indeed. Back-to-back Premier League wins. 3 wins in a row in all competitions. Dominating performance. And Ben White back in the side. I'm happy again. Matthew Ryan, Nelson Monte, Van der Horn, Shane Duffy and Bernardo in the way defensively. Lara, Till, Serdar and March with Stupinian and Mope up top. Old school 4-4-2 for Brighton. I'd love to put 4-4-2 past them if we can. Imagine a 10-0 win for Leeds United. Absolute scenes. Till, Jose Lara into Mope, Till again, Oscar. Oh, it's a lovely ball in behind. Solly March has got the pace to damage us too. Oh, Ben White swishes at it. Malacia left that. I asked him to clear it, and he left it for the goalkeeper to get. The bowl out has been pretty poor. Jose Lara even. Oh, I tried to outmuscle him, and Oscar Estepunian gives Brighton a 1-0 lead. 2 foots the corner flag, and the 10-0 dream win is out the window. Oh, Tomori so close to cutting that out. Still 10 minutes to go in this first half. A long way to go in the game, all told. And we're still looking for this equaliser, but we could get it now through Tyler Roberts with a good turn. And Saint-Maximin. Oh, Ryan. Oh, he's offside. What a save from Matthew Ryan. I thought he was onside, but I've just poked it there. Oh, no, he was just off. Not that it would have gone in anyway, but still. We're getting closer to this equaliser. Jose Lara waiting for that ball down the line, which hasn't come yet. There it is. Monte will force himself wide, but he's going to go back. Lara has the option inside. I'm trying to change player to Renato Sanchez. I just couldn't get it to give me him. Dinked into the middle, and Oscar Stupinian heads wide, looking for his second goal of the game. He got the run on Tomori there, who had his back to him, didn't know where he was. You can see him reel back, like, oh God, there's an attacker there. Shock from Tomori, terrible defensive positioning. I see that far too often from my centre-backs. They just don't know where the opposition are at any given moment in front of goal. Tyler Roberts will get that there to Donia Marlon. Try a bit of footwork, but the defender didn't look like he was going to commit. Renato's arriving around the outside. Oh no, I tried to play that back to Marlon, and he's tried to play it to Tyler Roberts. Really good opportunity gone right at the end of the half. I can't believe that. 1-0 down at the break. Oh dear. Sada, Mope. Run of a Stupinian is decent. Taking the time here, Brighton. They know that they have the lead and they don't need to push too readily to try and get a second. They want to try and hold on to what they've got. Renato, forward to Tyler Roberts. Surely now. Surely now. Surely now. Yeah! Equaliser. Doniel Marlon. 16 goals for the season now. And hopefully plenty more to come. Gyökeres. Cross there to Kirk. Drops his shoulder. Trying to get it off him but can't. Till. Through the gap nicely to Kirk. He's got options in the middle. Ben White is there to head that away. Oh, come on, lads. 22 minutes or so to go. That's another good delivery. Tomori heads away, but only as far as Kirk again. Solly March, good tackle by Jamie Shackleton, who's come off the bench here. And he's on the drive away. And Tyler Roberts could maybe a run there. He seems rather reluctant to. Oh, it's a terrible pass. What that was, trying to look for Saint-Maximin inside. He just basically laid it straight at the exact spot where the defender could get to it. Nice tackle by Malacia, but they'll get a throw in here. What I might do now is move Marlon out wide, take Saint-Maximin off, and bring Jean-Kevin Augustin on. He's had a good impact in the past couple of games, Jean-Kevin Augustin. certainly in the last episode. We shall try and get another one with him if we can to give us the victory in this game that we're so desperate for. Gyökeres, it's been Brighton that have been more dominant though in this second half. Malacia blocks that and it'll be a corner. See if we can get this one away. We should be able to here. Ben White dives to that well. And Jared Bowen will turn. But not play the pass as I asked him. Now we might be in trouble again. Till. Out to Mope. Till's running. Mope will find him. And he's got the option to pull it back. And he does. And Engel makes a very, very smart save. He might make some mistakes, Engel. But my God, occasionally he comes up with an absolutely cracking save. Marlon will look around the corner there for Jean-Kevin, who's in behind. Jean-Kevin Augustin. I'm going to drill this at the near post and not score. Matthew Ryan with a comfortable save, really. I'm going to take this short. Just whipping the ball into the box very, very, very rarely works at the minute. So I'm going to try and work something from open play instead, although there are a number of Brighton men back here. Ben White to Tamori, to Jamie Shackleton. I think he was just offside there, Tyler Roberts. He will bury it. And he's onside and it counts. Oh, I genuinely thought he was off. Was it the man on the far side playing him on? I'm not sure. Maybe even the number 5 there, who actually dropped with the runner, Jean-Kevin, put his arm up, Van der Horn. I think inadvertently he's played Tyler Roberts onside. We lead in the last few moments. And Tyler's done it again. His 10th goal of the Premier League season. Other people outside of Daniel Marlon are chipping in with the goals. Oh, nicely intercepted by Daniel Marlon. Poor pass. Lift this over the top and Jean-Kevin could get us a third maybe. I've got plenty of men over here. Around the corner. A bit too far for Jared Bowen though. Back inside. Jamie Shackleton misses the target. Can you imagine if that was still 1-1? Why is he taking it on his left? So easily take that on his stronger right. Thankfully, we already have the lead. Thankfully, there's only 15 seconds to go and we are going to get the win. If that had been the game right there, maybe I might have taken a touch. But alternatively, that might well have cost us the game. Thank the Lord for Tyler Roberts. Thank the Lord for Daniel Marlon. We have ourselves a 2-1 win away from home down on the south coast. Manchester United win. Manchester City win. West Ham win. They're sniffing around us, as are Bournemouth actually, so that could be a big win for them. Sometimes you need a bit of luck. I genuinely thought he was offside. May have even been offside and the linesman didn't call it. Managed to defeat Brighton last time. I'm proud of the lads for turning their form around. 1-by-1 goal every match is difficult at Premier League level and they have been very, very difficult recently. But I accepted an offer, Dalbert, but evidently still not agreeing contract terms anywhere. We are up to 6th. Spurs have a game in hand. Oh, no, it wasn't West Ham that up with us. It was just Bournemouth. West Ham. Oh, shit. West Ham are in the relegation zone. Bournemouth are 8th and just lost to West Ham. Spurs have a game in hand that could go a point above us still, but we are still 5 points now behind Chelsea, but they have a game in hand too. And Everton are 13 points away from us, but they have a game in hand still as well. So 5th still the aim, and hopefully other sides will start to drop points around us. We actually have to play still a number of the teams that we're fighting with, so there's plenty of opportunity for us to get much higher in the table. Much higher. 1 spot higher in the table. Down to 7th again. Although Chelsea did lose on match day 27. So the gap is 5 points to 5th. It continues to shrink. Cardiff at home next. We'll go for this pre-match press conference first. Morale is going to be pretty high already. Close calls are only opportunity. Took until the last few minutes. It won't be easy, but it never is. It's our responsibility to try to get into the top. 2-2 against Cardiff last time. That was one of the games that we really should have won, and we were frustrated not to. That was the one where they got the lucky rebound, wasn't it? Or a couple of lucky rebounds. And then it was Forest that we missed a penalty against and drew 2-2 against in the same episode. Right, must beat Cardiff this time around. Cardiff, Aitor in goal for them. Gomez, Morrison, Van Drongelen and Bennett. Vokes and Gandoy, similar midfield to last time. Elliot Atanga and Cedres with Robert Glatzel up top. Yep, very similar. Let's hope for a better result though. To Phillips. Through the gap to Daniel Marlon. Renato's arriving. Out wide is a towel. There's so many Cardiff defenders back here, but they're not marked. Alain Saint-Maximin. Aitor makes the save. Left on his own on that far side there, San Maximano. Take the corner too, and Tomori's up. Nowhere near the target. Ooh, we'll have that back. Thank you. Got to be careful here. The conditions will make it difficult again. I hate playing in the snow on FIFA. Just going to try and take it slower, I think, rather than playing risky passes that are going to bounce heavy and lead to dodgy touches. Like that. Really heavy first touch there. Renato looking for the runner, Daniel Marlon. Spins the defender well. I've got options in the middle. Here's Yusuf Atal, and Aitor makes the save again. That's well done. Cross to come in from San Maximan again. I'll try and knock this down if I can. Phillips has won that nicely, actually. Tyler runs out of space. Oh, Marlon found, but that was just a heavy touch that set that free rather than an intended pass. Gandoy gets out to Bennett. This is actually a rather good counter-attack from Cardiff City right now. And Joe Bennett got that down the line there to Robert Glatzel. Try and force them backwards here and so that they don't get the opportunity to score, but they very well might do. Atanga's in and away by Malacia. No, up by Malacia. Catch it. I left that for my keeper. I put faith in him. He's let me down. Oh, Engel, what are you doing? Terrible clearance from... Oh, God. A double punch, and he's hit it straight to Glatzel. Through the gap to Daniel Marlon. Oh, looked to burst past. Couldn't quite do it, but thankfully it's fallen free to me. So many Cardiff men back here. Tyler Roberts. It's going to be so difficult to pick a way through this team, isn't it? Oh, Tyler, that's what we need. A good sharp turn. But no finish on the end of it. Tyler, come on, mate. Can't be missing chances of that quality. Have to come from behind again for the second game in a row. That is a terrible pass from Calvin Phillips. Glatzel could be in. Oh, Tomori stumbled there. Oh. I think it's getting a little bit scrappy 5 minutes before half-time. We need to show a bit more quality than we have done so far. Come on, lads. Wake up. Yes, Daniel. Come on, mate. Where's that acceleration? Where's that sprint speed? Where's that finishing? Oh, the luck goes both ways. The luck goes both ways. Devastating for Cardiff City. Brilliant save by Aitor. The defender sticks out a leg to try and get it under control and does nothing but poke it into the back of his own net there, Sean Morrison. That's really unfortunate. I feel for him there. That's devastating for a side like Cardiff that are scrapping for every single point they can get. But I'll take it. Oh, he's giving that straight to Tyler Roberts. Go on, Daniel. Go on, Daniel. Go. Ah, no. Just as I take the shot. Oh, I just wanted to make sure. And by taking as long as I did, I've let them get the tackle in. Now they've got me on the counter-attack. They might be scoring themselves at the other end. Malacia, get rid of that. What is that, mate? Oh, I passed that down the field. It was his terrible clearance that led to their goal in the first place. Malacia, I've praised you and said that you'll keep your spot in this starting lineup despite the signing of Hakimi. You're going to need to improve and be better than that, mate, because you've cost me a goal already in this game and you very nearly cost me another there, or at least offered them the opportunity to maybe score another. Fix up, pal. Fix up very quickly. Free kick for Cardiff. Drilled into the box. Away by Ben White. Not the best clearances, but Marlon will get to that first and accelerate away with it, thankfully. Look for Tyler Roberts. Making the run on that far side is Yusuf Atal. We'll turn inside. I've got people arriving in support. Renato. Oh, Tyler, that's far too nonchalant, mate. He's just stood there and tried to almost do the defenders by not committing with any other body movements other than a small little flick of the leg, as if trying to disguise the pass, and it just didn't work. Renato Sanchez tries to get block on that. They could go for 1-2 here. Glatzel went for it, and thankfully Ben White has stepped in. Vital interception from Captain Fantastic. Alain Saint-Maximin driving inside. Looks for Tyler Roberts. Will find him. Looks for Daniel Marlon. Will find him. Oh, no. Come on. Find the right pass at the right time, Chez. Be patient. Be patient. Oh, Tyler, you're touched. Tyler. Oh, Tyler Roberts. Come on, man. What is your dribbling? 92 dribbling. 83 ball control. That's cost us there. Alas, Maximat. We'll switch centrally, maybe? No, I'll move Vital central. Daniel Marlon to the left. Come on, boys. Elliot. Gomez. Folks. Gomez. Dinked over the top. Elliot pulls back. Malacia with a good interception. Pleased to see him fix up. Get better. Inside to Vital there. Around the corner. Jean-Kevin Augustin. Looking to get away. Jean-Kevin. He's turning into a very, very important player for us, Jean-Kevin Augustin. If he continues to be this clinical in front of goal, off the bench, and considering we're going to be moving Marlon out of a striking role when we buy Haaland, I'm still going to need a second striker. So Jean-Kevin Augustin might well be solidifying his place at the club with these recent performances in cup and league competition. A goal there to potentially win us the game here at home against Cardiff, and he's working hard for the team too defensively. He got a goal winner in a previous game recently too, and another goal in a previous game to give us a draw, I think, in the first game against Burnley, wasn't it? In the cup. He's playing well, Jean-Kevin. He's fighting for his place at the club, whether he knows it or not. And Cardiff are fighting, they're very much aware that they're fighting for their lives in the Premier League. But very fortunate with their goal through a keeper mistake. Very unfortunate with the first goal they conceded. And then just a clinical finish from a striker that knows where the goal is right now. In a purple patch, Daniel Marlon and Jean-Kevin Augustin, which is good for us. And not good for our opposition. But this could be good for our opposition if they can build a goal-scoring chance, which they may well do now. Elliot could find a ball into the middle, has found a ball into the middle, and Cedrez equalises with 2 minutes to go. Cardiff are going to get themselves a point from this game. That's annoying. He just ran off the back of Emerson, who then went to mark the man at the near post, and Renato didn't go with him. Just let him run free. Can't do that. You can't do that. Jared Bowen off the bench to try and have an immediate impact. Will win us a throw-in down in their half. Shackleton, I've got Renato there through that gap. I can get this back to Jean-Kevin Augustin, who got it out of his feet well, but the defender read the touch, stuck a foot in, and it's a point only against Cardiff City. Another 2-2 draw against them. We were very lucky with the way that our first goal came about. They were lucky with the way that their first goal came about. Really disappointed with the late equaliser. Lack of defensive positioning and marking again, which is frustrating. But sometimes it doesn't all go your way. 7 points today. Daniel Marlon deserves all of the praise. He's been brilliant. Tyler Roberts, again, missing a couple of key chances and a couple of poor touches from him in vital situations have led to us missing out on further opportunities to score a goal. You still have your place in the squad at the minute, Jean-Kevin. Most certainly. We'll play that team against them, against Bradford in the Cup. Start John Morris in that role. Maybe put Bagouche on the bench as well. See what we can do against Bradford in the league. Or in the Cup even. If we were in the same league as Bradford, I really would be worried. Pre-match press conference before the Bradford game. How have you prepared? Performance must be better. It's like any other match. We're ready, I think. I hope we're ready anyway. They have no chance. We won't let the fans down. We won't let the fans down. It's a Yorkshire derby, of course, Bradford Leeds. Really, really close to each other geographically. I'm not sure what the rivalry is like in real life. I imagine it's quite fierce because they're right next to each other. They haven't necessarily been in the same sort of divisions over recent years. You'll see what we're made of, though, in this next game, I hope. And we'll see what we can do. I'm going to sim this away from home with my rotated side, but it still certainly should be very, very strong and strong enough for sure to see Bradford off and put us into the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. Doucouré with a goal after 10 minutes to set us going. Spurs have got Manchester City. Man United have 1-0 down to Everton. Now Liverpool are smacking MK Dons. They've had a man injured, unfortunately. Jack Clark gets the second. And what we hoped would be a straightforward victory does look like it's going to be just that. 2-0 as we push into the last 10. 3-0 as we push into the last 12, actually. And we're through to the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. The potential to win the FA Cup is still very much with us. Match rescheduled. Tournament prize money, that's not huge, but we'll take every penny we can get. And we've got Manchester United. Oh, don't stop with these training injuries. Ben White has just recovered from a medial collateral ligament injury that saw him out for 2 months that he got in training. Now, he's back for 2 weeks and another training injury, and he's out for 2 months again. I can't believe it. We're level on points with Spurs now. Oh, come off it. That's devastating. Ben White will miss almost all the rest of the season. I can't believe it. Lads performed admirably last time we played. Oh, man. I could not be more disappointed. The Aho's shattered as well, because I just played him in the last game. Riedewald is going to have to fill in for now. For sake, and we've got Liverpool in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. So, I think, is that away? That's away. We'll be playing Man United, Liverpool and Arsenal in the next episode. And then I think we'll play Burnley, Watford and Palace. Then Tottenham, Liverpool and Newcastle. We'll just go 3 games an episode moving forward. And fingers crossed we can get ourselves through further in the FA Cup. And fingers crossed we can get ourselves through to European competition as well. But losing Ben White after just getting him back is a huge blow. Now we'll find out if it was just the fixture congestion or the fixture congestion and losing Ben White that contributed to our poor form previously. Because now... Oh. Well, Calvin Phillips is going to get his captain's armband back, isn't he? There you go, mate. I'll see you tomorrow for Man United, Liverpool and Arsenal. Jesus.